Marquez gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Marquez might have the best stuff in this rotation right now. Big fastball, and I mean big. 95 to 100 miles an hour with movement. Good hard breaking ball. One of the best kept secrets in the game. If he's throwing strikes, could be a long night for those guys swinging the bats.
Digging in the switch hitter, Danny Santana. He was 1 for 4 in Sunday's affair. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Hard hit at third. Arenado has it. And there's out number 2. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ground ball right side straight into the shift. And Murphy will just take this one himself, and the inning. Corey Kluber, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in his last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. Got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Daniel Murphy comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Even on 0-2, a dangerous count for Daniel Murphy.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And there are 2 away now. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Dero, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today. And they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring up Joey Gallo. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the run is Dahl. He's there and records the first out.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let me tell you about outfielder Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackmon. One of the best in the business out there, covering a ton of room in the outfield, gap to gap, with one of the most accurate arms in the game.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Tapia is there to take it, and that's the second out of the inning. The throw is wild, and it gets away. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher Robinson Chirinos. From the belt, kicks and deals. High in the air into shallow left center. Dahl is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side. And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. 2 hits in 7 tries. He's taken him deep once. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1. One and 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now. 3-2. David Dahl waits on deck. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. David Dahl to the plate now, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Trevor Story steps in now. Kluber steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll all set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Rougned Odor. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Giving chase is Dahl. He's there and records the first out. Now in the box, Corey Kluber. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. Throw to Murphy's in time, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Elvis Andrus. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. So they breathe. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. A ball and a strike. Kluber, originally from the state of Alabama. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
I'll tell you what, boys, I'd like to be this guy's agent. He's approaching free agency. He's one of the best players in our game. He's lived up to everyone's expectations, and I expect him to get absolutely paid this offseason.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1. Now at the plate, Dom Nunez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
1-2.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Dom Nunez becomes out number 2 this inning. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Hit softly down the line at first, but this will get foul for strike 2. Swing and a liner. Foul. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. Digging in, Danny Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get it.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. The second for one. Onto the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play.
Sharply hit here, but right at the first baseman coming off the bag. He makes a good throw, and they complete the 3-6-1 double play with the throwback to the pitcher at first.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Settling in now, Raimel Tapia. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Fastball called for strike two.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Fouled away. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for Colorado.
So the base is empty here with one away. And up next, postseason record holder Daniel Murphy. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are two away now. Ready now, Nolan Arenado. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
One of the keys to good pitching is attacking early in the count. That's 2 pitches, 2 swings, and an 0-2 count. Let's see if he goes right after him and tries to bury him here on the third pitch.
Slow roller down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Guzman at first, and the inning is over. Welcome back to Coors Field in Denver as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point, and he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said his hitters have not been able to lay off the first pitch at all, and while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it is when you're not getting hits out of it. We looked at the numbers, and they've already hit into 9 first pitch outs in this one, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now to the plate, Todd Frazier. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. To short. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Now batting, catcher, Robinson.
At the plate, Robinson Chirinos, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. One there. On to Murphy. It's a double play, and that ends. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. And digging in, Rougned Odor. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Back up the middle. And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
Now batting, the pitcher, Corey Kluber.
So now to the plate, Corey Kluber, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Elvis Andrus the next to bat. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First delivery to him on the way. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. As he arrives at second without a play as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one.
And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single. He'll come home with it. The tag, and he is out.
The left fielder, number 5, Willie Calhoun.
To the plate now, Willie Calhoun. High and deep down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. A run for the Rangers. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and up steps Garrett Hampson to bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Standing in, Dom Nunez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Fouled off. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. The pitch.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
And he fouls this one off. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ball game for the Rockies so far. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without. So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting.
And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Stepping in now, Ronald Guzman. Lifted the other way out to left center. And he'll settle under it, but he can't hold on to it. Oh, boy. The relay, and he is in there. And now confusion here with 2 men on the same base. One's got to go, and they're going to get an out here. Here's Todd Frazier now. Fouled away. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And a relay home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a big RBI late in the game here. They take a 2-0 lead, D-Row. The way the pitching's been for them tonight, they're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, Dan, they've gotten great pitching all game long, and all that extra run can do is give you a little bit more confidence. You don't have to pitch with such tension out there, fearful of making one mistake.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Into the bleachers and gone.
Not every home run is exactly the same. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
Here comes manager Bud Black out of the dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after 6 1/3, and he'll have no shot at a victory here in this one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 3 runs already home here. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Tapia. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Kluber. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. From the stretch. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting. Shortstop. Elvis Andrus.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. But he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning is over. But they strike for leading off the inning, Raimel Tapia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you're going to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Daniel Murphy steps in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Santana is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Up next for Colorado.
Striding in for the Rockies, Nolan Arenado. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ball 1 as that one didn't really threaten the inside corner.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Ready to begin the 8th, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Danny Santana. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard to short. Story scoops it up. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. So stepping in, Willie Calhoun. It was a fly out for him, and Shin-Soo Choo will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Tapia's in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. He singled his last time up. He's set, and the pitch. Liner toward right center. Tapia is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning. Shin-Soo Choo will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Bottom of the inning now, and into bat next, the big-time RBI man, Charlie Blackmon. Nick Solak is into the ballgame as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Nick Solak.
Hunter Cole is into the ball game as well as he takes over out in right.
Cole.
Anderson Tejeda will also enter as he takes over at third base.
Number 83, Anderson Tejeda.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8.
Yeah, Matty B, that just goes to show you how hard it is to pitch a no-no. Gets through 21 consecutive outs without getting up a hit, D-Roll, but that wasn't the case here to start off the 8th.
Yeah, so much has to go into it. You need to be a little lucky, and you need to be a little good right there. Flip the script on the offensive standpoint. They've stayed with their approach, haven't come out of it, and hopefully this gets them jump-started.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Fouled off. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
Now batting.
At the plate now, Trevor Story, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Goody rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now
pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Cole is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So it may. Now at the plate, Ronald Guzman. He was thrown out at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And this one will bounce into the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Into the box now, Robinson Chirinos. Hard liner toward short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Now batting.
Here's Rougned Odor now, and their runners at the corners now. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Looking up is Dahl, and this one is gone. A home run.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Jose Trevino will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Up next for the Rangers, the shortstop, Nick Solak.
Standing in now, Nick Solak. He swings and lines it to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Danny Santana. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game. But
oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 9-1 ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. Jake McGee comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 51.
In now, Ronald Guzman. Lifted the other way to left center. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
So now to the plate, Anderson Tejeda hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And this is popped foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one will get this one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the run is Tapia. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. But a big inning here as 7 runs cross the plate. And Jose Leclerc takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Ready for another shot now. Dom Nunez. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. So coming to the plate, Ryan McMahon. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that 2-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Santana is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th.
The center fielder.
Rockies down to their final out now. And striding into the plate next will be Raimel Tapia. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Last strike now for Colorado. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over. 11-1 at the end of this one. Texas rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Corey Kluber notches his 3rd win of the year as he finishes 7 innings, allowing only 1 hit. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
3 hours and 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.